Hello, my dear friend. Wanting to be happy is one of the most basic and expected desires in the world. But even though some people seemingly want to be very happy, when they come across real opportunities in business life, they blindly ignore these happiness opportunities. These people are perhaps the people who are afraid of being happy. Why are people afraid of happiness? One of the most beautiful feelings in the world. This is the subject of this video. If you are ready, let's start. Actually, the desire to be happy is one of the most popular desires in the world, but some people, especially when they want to be happy because of the things they experienced in their childhood, when they are happy, they experience such happiness opportunities when they come across them. They feel anxious, they feel bad. They may feel as if they are guilty, as if they are doing something bad. The reason for this is that in fact, there may be risks and negative emotions associated with happiness in the past, such as betraying someone. That's why it is very, very related to childhood. I can even say something like this. Some people say, "We laughed so much, we will cry because of this." Even so, we may encounter the constant fear of experiencing bad possibilities. So what could be the reasons in childhood? First of all, someone we see as an idol and to whom we have a very close bond may always be unhappy. For example, he may always be dealing with a problem or an illness. Your mother is suffering from an illness, and there is a constant atmosphere of mourning at home. Your grandmother or grandfather has such an illness, or there is a problem in the relationship of someone among your family and relatives who has a very close bond with you. Sometimes it seems like a shame to laugh at home. For example, again, one of the family members has lost a loved one. He hasn't been able to get over this mourning, and at that moment, think about it. You are in the mind of a child. You laughed outside with your friends and had fun. Okay, your mother and father lost their mother or father or lost someone they loved, but you are a child and you are not aware of this. Your mother. It makes you or your father feel so bad that because you laugh and have fun and play with your friends, this is engraved in your mind like this. If I laugh, if I am happy, I will hurt my parents very much. So such a chain link is created that when you are happy, it is like you have betrayed your mother or father. Emotions may arise. In fact, this is an issue that they cannot solve, but since they blame you, you try to please your parents in your child's mind, and sometimes this turns into a pattern that repeats throughout your life. There may be many people around us who are jealous of us. These may be our closest people. For example, let's say you are successful. There is a brother or sister at home, or a cousin, and your success is next to theirs. Your parents are at a very high level, as if you were successful in such situations. You had a relationship, they compare it with the other one. They say, "Don't let your sister know, oh, don't do this. Because if she hears about it, she will be upset." This time, something like this is not coded into your head. If I get happy, if I get married, if I fall in love, if I start working in a nice place, if I go on vacation. If I go, I will blame my sister, my brother, the person I am compared to, the person who is jealous of me. For this reason, I may blame my parents as well. I can be very cautious about hiding my successes and happy moments. For this reason, for example, the one who does not go on vacation and does not have a honeymoon so that his sister does not get jealous. This is the one who prefers a wedding instead of a wedding. Well, sometimes I've come across people who waited a year or two for the request ceremony after the marriage proposal was made. Oh, your brother didn't get married, your sister didn't get married. You wait for her for a long time. However, everyone is responsible for their own happiness. Everyone is responsible for their own life. But what are you doing there? You also take responsibility for him. When you are happy, a situation arises as if you betrayed him. Such a situation places the fear of being happy very deep. Again, sometimes especially in childhood. If there is such a person in the house at that time, when you are happy, that person may be violent towards you, he may be behaving badly, and for this reason, you will hide that happiness and use it as a security measure to protect yourself from him. But this will continue in later ages. If you show that you are happy, you think that something will happen to you, and you always try to hide it. Another reason is that such an atmosphere of anxiety can prevail in the house during childhood. For example, let's say that your mother's father was financially bankrupt and the mother went through very difficult times. The mother's dominant attitude is constant, for example. Even though your financial situation is good, if she doesn't give you that pleasure, even when it comes to drinking a coffee, you won't go on a holiday. You won't buy clothes for yourself. Your mother is always in this fashion, always saving, always hiding, just in case something bad happens to us. She always acts at the point of thinking about the worst possibility. This could be the mother, this could be the father, this could be the fear of illness, it could be financial fear, it could be the fear of the world, lest something bad happen to us and others will talk bad about us. Because of these fears, the person may not have learned how to be happy. Well, a person learns such natural things by seeing someone and taking a role model. But he is always at home. If you have such an anxious fear that something bad will happen to us, we will fall on the roads and become a wine cellar under the bridge. You will learn to be constantly on guard, and happiness will be a foreign concept to you. So only you can worry. You know, if you have experienced these things, something like this has happened in the past. For example, you are at a point where you have accomplished a great job. You are going to rest on the weekend. You are going to have fun with your friends. And you immediately feel like this. You don't deserve this. You can't be happy, so you cancel it. For example, you continue to work at home. You make yourself suffer. For example, you are in a perfect relationship. You will be happy. You say, oh my. I don't deserve this happiness. Trouble will arise. Problems will arise. For example, you will sabotage that relationship right away. Maybe you will start seeing someone else with people who are not suitable for you. Well, you can start a relationship like this. The other party knows this. It seems strange that this relationship will not last anyway. It will make me suffer, right? Actually, while people want to be happy, they sabotage themselves. For example, you go on a vacation. Just like that, you say, oh, you deserve it. You earned your own money, you worked. You go on vacation like a donkey. You do the meanest thing in the world, the most illegal kochek. You feel like you are doing your thing, you take out your laptop and start working. I mean, this is such an issue. People sabotage their own happiness. Take a look at this. I mean, you can see that happiness at points of being happy in the past. If you are doing things to sabotage yourself, this may have become a habit for you. So what can you do about it? Actually, this is a deep subject. A therapy help would be very useful. But my humble suggestion is that it is time to discover the triggers in which situations you feel nervous, as if you are in a dangerous situation, as if bad things are about to happen. You feel these events and situations, you need to identify them. Then go back to your childhood and see if there are the things I mentioned. And then in such situations that fear, anxiety, fear of happiness or anxiety tells you to do the opposite. At that point, you have to insist on being happy. If you always listen to that voice inside you, it will harm you and you will keep going through the same cycle. Happiness is truly something that every human being deserves. But if you deliberately keep yourself from doing so, you will see that you have sabotaged yourself for years and years, without needing anyone else or an enemy. Thank you for listening to me, my dear friend. Take care of yourself. See you. Bye-bye.